much negativity, how are you supposed to keep that positivity?
What's gonna happen to you guys?
Because if you don't stay on track, we won't move ahead. And we're going to do some testing on you to get your breathing situation improved too. So, you know.
But if I don't get back on my feet, they'll be planning my feet.
You know, on bed rest. So this is a bad situation where you're just going to gain more weight. You have a high level of insulin. It is a big mistake to put you on insulin. There are other treatments.
Number 4, Samantha. You know, it's really hard to wrap your head around the idea of eating yourself to the point where you weigh 940 pounds. And that's exactly what Samantha saw on the scale at her weigh-in. It's both unbelievable and tragic at the same time. I mean, our bodies are designed to be healthy and functional, but when we neglect them and continuously overindulge in unhealthy foods, it can lead to such devastating consequences, and that's exactly what we see in Samantha's case.
At first, everything was fine, and then progressively got worse.
I'm so overwhelmed. Stop shoving food in my fat face. Besides the Titanic,
you need to find a positive.
Yelling at me.
Then stop yelling at me. People are helping you. People want good.
She even tried to take her own life by overdosing on medicine, but managed to survive. Rather than using that as a second chance though, Samantha started doing something even worse, which degraded her health to the point of no return. She started using her body to earn money by uploading videos of her eating for people with a fetish for watching fat people eat. These videos are called mukbangs. When it comes to mukbangs, it has to be one of the worst trends that has started in recent years. Unfortunately, it's quite a normal thing to watch these videos where individuals gorge themselves on excessive amounts of food, often unhealthy and high in calories. While it may seem entertaining or even fascinating to some, we have to consider the consequences. Encouraging and glorifying such overindulgence can send the wrong message about everyone's relationship with food. It normalizes unhealthy eating habits for people like Samantha, or even just slightly overweight folk, and can potentially contribute to weight gain, digestive issues, and even more serious health problems in the long run. Samantha even ended up getting kidney stones. It's not surprisingly to see someone at her weight have these kind of sudden health issues. She also has chest pains and trouble breathing, likely due to her insane fat pushing on her organs, suffocating her.
I've seen better days, but I'm doing okay, relatively.
So I see that you're still in the
full of fluid, that the pores, I don't really have wounds over there. The pores are themselves
rapidly, and being in that bed all the time is not helping that. Okay, so what is your weight now?
As of this morning, it was 940.
So
I know.
So why are you gaining more weight while you're in the hospital? About putting restrictions on your food to help you do that. But so far, that hasn't been on bed rest. So this is a bad situation where you're just going to gain more weight. You can survive long. And it sounds like your body is already giving out.
Number 3, Thederic. Thederic from Florida is totally dependent on his mother for survival. Due to his size, Thederic struggles with everyday life and has also developed many health issues, including lymphedema, which surfaced in his lower body. Now he has to go all the way to Houston to meet Dr. Now. It's really eye-opening to think about the challenges that people who weigh as much as Thederic face when it comes to moving around. Just imagine the sheer physicality of carrying that much weight. Simple tasks that most of us take for granted, like walking short distances or getting in and out of the car, become incredibly difficult and sometimes nearly impossible. It's not just a matter of inconvenience, it can significantly impact their quality of life. Traveling, for instance, becomes a whole different ordeal, with the need for specialized accommodations and the discomfort of fitting into tight spaces. People like Thederic often have to deal with judgmental stares, limited mobility, and a host of health issues related to their weight.
What I get for you today? Lee, what's going on? All right. Let me get 3 sodas. 3 sodas. 2 strawberry shortcake. All right. An ice cream sandwich. 2 fudge round pies. All right. Appreciate you. All right. So that's how I start my breakfast.
Meat lovers, cheesy bread, wings, and soda.
But despite all these challenges, he manages to get out of the house and travel all the way to Houston. It seemed Thederick was finally taking his health seriously, even if he chows down on enough food for a family of 4 every day on the way. When he finally gets his way in, Thederick was hoping to be in the 600s, but his hopes come crashing down when the scale shows 740.2 pounds. Even he's shocked that he weighs so much. He really didn't expect that going, and honestly, it's a miracle the scale can hold his whale-like body. After a month of the weight loss program, Thederick goes in for his next weigh-in, and it's quite a lot. He weighs 690 pounds, meaning he's lost 50 pounds. But even that is below the 80 pounds that Dr. Now wanted him to lose, so he still has some time to go before he can get his weight loss surgery and move towards a better independent life.
Close. So, since you lost that weight, I'm going to approve you for weight loss surgery. As long as you lost 25 pounds in the next one and your tests look good, we will move ahead and we're going to do some tests on him. In the meantime, if you all need anything, give me a call.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay? What do you do differently to support him this time?
I just stuck to...
Number 2. Cindy. Cindy Vella starred in My 600 Pound Life Season 9. She was determined to reach her weight loss goal after weighing so much that she was essentially completely dependent on the people around her and could do nothing for herself. She couldn't even meet her family or move around the house because it was just impossible. 45-year-old Cindy weighed 614 pounds when she stepped on the scale, and Dr. Now told her that this is incredibly dangerous. After all, she's completely bedridden. How much worse can it get before you decide it's time to make an active change and start controlling your life?
I've already said everything else needs to be gathered and everything situated. I've told y'all over and over again.
Save your life and get you in a better position.
Do you think you're going to get a notice for death? What if you die?
According to Cindy, her overindulgence in food started when she was just 8 years old. She'd been exploited by a family friend, which made her turn to emotional eating. She believed her attacker would lose interest in her if she gained weight. This is an incredibly sad backstory, and it's tragic that she destroyed her own life just to get away from someone that was actively hurting her as a child. Her parents should have been the ones protecting Cindy from such monsters, but since she was defenseless, she did the only thing she thought could make a difference. But Dr. Now knows that he can't indulge her story or give her any reason to believe that this is any way to live. So he tells her straight to her face that if she keeps this up, she won't be alive much longer, and this is her shot to truly turn her life around. Unfortunately, Cindy refused to fully cooperate, as she wouldn't adhere to Dr. Now's strict diet plan and exercise plan, and always had an excuse or some other reason for why she could not follow the plan. At the end of her episode, Cindy had only lost 40 pounds instead of the required 70 pounds, which meant that she didn't qualify for bariatric surgery.
You're breathing very shallow. You need to take some deep breaths, and every time comfortable with it.
No. I don't feel comfortable at all.
Well, because you're smothering yourself and every organ in your body, including your heart and me.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to see you in a month, and for that appointment. All right. So no more excuses for anything, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Number 1. Taretha. Taretha Hollis Neely was a 47-year-old grandmother, a native of Detroit, who weighed almost around 800 pounds while appearing on the show. Being a patient with one of the highest weights we have ever seen, Taretha was completely bedridden for almost 2 years prior to her episode. Since her husband suffered from diabetes, she was dependent on her son Darius and his girlfriend for her daily needs, including bathing and cleaning her. She also had her grandchildren and other family members occasionally helping her with her basic needs. Taretha even had a 3-year-old grandson having to help her out to get things like medicine and insulin for her.
She's out of control.
If you got any questions, call me as usual. I'll call you.
I have to. She's still my mother, and it's her life. Who am I to tell?
Hey, have fun. I wish I could go with you.
Because no child should have to have a grandmama like me. That's our meal. He goes right to the refrigerator and he gets my insulin. Thank you.
And now I'm about to lose my wife.
It's like everybody in my family has adjusted their lives.
This made her feel devastated and tired of relying on so many people for her living. The difficulties faced by family members of someone who weighs over 800 pounds are truly overwhelming. It's not just the physical challenges of supporting and caring for a loved one who carries that much weight, but also the emotional toll it takes on everyone involved. Tasks that were once taken for granted, like assisting with daily activities or even finding suitable furniture, become impossible. It's a constant juggling act to ensure their safety, comfort, and overall well-being. The strain on family dynamics and relationships can be immense, as there may be feelings of helplessness, frustration, and even guilt.
You need to get her out of there and put her in the bed and take her inside and evaluate her condition. 630 pounds. You must be higher than that. What kind of diet you following?
No, I take that back. 1,800.
1,800? 1,800 for
I have asthma, diabetes, high blood pressure.
And what are you doing for your diabetes? I'm over these and bring it back to you, okay?
Okay.
Teresa is in a very dangerous point of use for her. We need to run some tests on you right now and make sure there are no major issues to see what's going on and make sure she's stable.
It's important to recognise that the responsibility of caring for someone at such a weight goes far beyond what most people can comprehend, and that's what makes reaching these insane weights so disgusting. It's not the fact that you're just hurting yourself, but also you're hurting and making life difficult for everyone around you. That's all for today, folks. See you next time.